In the quiet, desolate town of Cortez, Colorado, February 2008 marked the beginning of a deeply disturbing investigation. Jack Berry, a 41-year-old man with a troubled past, vanished without a trace. As the search for answers unraveled, a tale of cults, alleged cannibalism, and generational violence emerged, leaving investigators and the community shaken. This is the story of Jack Berry, his son Jeremiah, and the horrifying events that culminated in a grim family tragedy. The disappearance. A mystery unfolds. On April 28, 2008, Jim Berry reported his brother Jack missing to the Montezuma County Sheriff's Office. Jack's family had not seen or heard from him since February, an unusual absence even for someone with a history of disappearing. Jack's mother, Sandra, was concerned but admitted it was not uncommon for Jack to vanish for months, driven by paranoia and erratic behavior. Jack's 20-year-old son, Jeremiah Berry, was called in for questioning. Initially calm, Jeremiah described his father as a man plagued by delusions. He shared how Jack frequently spoke of government conspiracies, claiming people wore wires to spy on him. These remarks painted a picture of a man deeply entrenched in paranoia and disconnected from reality. Yet, Jeremiah's vague responses about Jack's whereabouts hinted at deeper knowledge, pushing investigators to dig further. A dark legacy, Jack Berry's troubled life. As detectives examined Jack's past, a troubling pattern of violence, paranoia, and delusional beliefs emerged. Family members described him as a tyrant who subjected his children and partners to years of physical and emotional abuse. Sandra, Jack's mother, labeled him a paranoid schizophrenic, although no official diagnosis supported her claim. Jack's violent tendencies were well documented. His ex-wife, Rita, recounted years of domestic abuse, detailing incidents where Jack physically assaulted her, even during pregnancy. His children echoed these experiences, describing a father who instilled fear rather than love. One daughter, Rebecca, revealed that Jack often accused her of conspiring against him, once claiming Christian groups had paid her to wear a wire to spy on him. Adding to this disturbing profile was Jack's fascination with cults and dark rituals. Sandra revealed that Jack's father, known as Reverend Whitehorse, allegedly led a devil-worshipping cult in New Mexico during the 1980s. Though unconfirmed, police records noted rumors of occult activities in the area. Jack seemed to have inherited this macabre fascination, with investigators later discovering altars, skulls, and bones in his trailer. Jeremiah's allegations, a childhood of horror. Jeremiah Berry, the oldest of Jack's children, bore the brunt of his father's abuse. He described a childhood marked by fear, manipulation, and physical violence. He also revealed deeply disturbing allegations against Jack, claiming his father was a cannibal who forced him to participate in heinous acts. Jeremiah alleged that Jack preyed on undocumented immigrants, luring them with offers of help before killing them. He claimed Jack had killed at least 13 individuals, primarily undocumented workers, and forced Jeremiah to eat human flesh. Jeremiah's brother Josh corroborated these claims, recalling instances where he saw severed human limbs stored in their refrigerator. The allegations of cannibalism were both shocking and difficult to verify. However, they added another layer of horror to the investigation, further complicating the search for Jack Berry. February 23, 2008, the breaking point. According to Jeremiah, February 23, 2008, was the day his life reached a breaking point. Jeremiah claimed that Jack attempted to sexually assault him, saying God had commanded him to do so. Jack allegedly believed Jeremiah should undergo a sex change and become his wife because he was no longer supposed to have children. This act of violence, combined with years of abuse, pushed Jeremiah to a point of no return. Jeremiah confessed to shooting Jack in the head while they were in the woods. However, details of the murder were inconsistent. He initially claimed to have used a pistol and shot Jack in the back of the head, but evidence later suggested a rifle was used, and the shot was to the forehead. The aftermath. A grisly disposal. After killing his father, Jeremiah took extreme measures to dispose of the body. He admitted to dismembering Jack with knives and a hatchet, stabbing the severed hands over 190 times before encasing body parts in buckets filled with cement. Jeremiah claimed to have burned the remaining bones and left them for coyotes on the Ute reservation. Investigators were horrified by the brutality of Jeremiah's actions, which seemed driven by both rage and deep psychological trauma. When asked why he mutilated the remains, Jeremiah expressed fear that his father could return to life through black magic if the body was intact. The investigation. Bizarre discoveries. Police searched multiple locations connected to Jack and Jeremiah, including Jack's trailer and the dog hotel where Jeremiah had been living. Jack's trailer revealed bizarre items such as altars, skulls, and animal bones, reflecting his obsession with the occult. At the dog hotel, investigators found buckets containing human remains encased in cement, including a skull with a bullet lodged in the forehead. Despite Jeremiah's cooperation in leading investigators to evidence, his accounts were inconsistent. Critical items, such as the murder weapon and tools used for dismemberment, were never recovered, as they were allegedly thrown into a river with a strong current. The family's perspective. Interviews with Jack's family revealed a deeply fractured household, overshadowed by Jack's violence, paranoia, and authoritarian control. His children painted him as a tyrant who ruled through fear, leaving lasting emotional and psychological scars. Jeremiah's siblings recounted years of abuse, describing their father as a man whose erratic behavior and unrelenting cruelty turned their lives into a nightmare. One of Jack's daughters shared a harrowing account of how he had threatened to kill her siblings, and even their mother. These threats, combined with Jack's erratic and delusional behavior, created an environment of constant fear and instability. Jeremiah's journals offered further insight into his tormented psyche, filled with disturbing drawings and cryptic messages that suggested an overwhelming desire for liberation. One chilling entry read, "Kill him and I will do what is necessary for my survival," hinting at the depth of his desperation. These writings made it evident that Jeremiah had long contemplated taking drastic measures to escape his father's grip, revealing a tragic cycle of violence that culminated in his father's gruesome demise. The legal battle. In March 2008, Jeremiah was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Initially pleading not guilty by reason of insanity, he was later found competent to stand trial. Jeremiah eventually pleaded guilty to reckless manslaughter and felony menacing. Despite the gruesome nature of the crime, he was sentenced to only 3 years in prison with 443 days credited for time served. He was also placed on intensive probation for 141 months. The lenient sentence sparked controversy, with some arguing that Jeremiah's actions were a result of years of abuse. Others believed the punishment did not fit the severity of the crime. After his release, Jeremiah lived for only a short time. On March 2, 2012, he died at the age of 24. The cause of death remains unconfirmed, but his passing marked the end of a tragic chapter in the Berry family's history. Reflections on a dark legacy. The case of Jack Berry serves as a haunting reminder of the profound and enduring consequences of unchecked abuse, unaddressed trauma, and untreated mental illness. It underscores how cycles of violence, often passed down through generations, can destroy families and leave a legacy of pain and despair. For Jeremiah, the years of physical, emotional, and psychological suffering under his father's control led to a desperate act of patricide, an event that forever altered his life and the lives of everyone connected to the Berry family. His actions, though horrifying, were born out of a relentless need to escape a cycle of abuse that had defined his existence. This case emphasizes the critical importance of early intervention and accessible mental health resources for those impacted by abuse. Families suffering from such trauma require not just legal justice, but also avenues for healing and recovery. The Berry family story also sheds light on the gaps in societal support systems, which often fail to protect vulnerable individuals from long-term harm. While the legal proceedings provided some closure, the scars left on the surviving family members serve as a painful reminder of the need to address the root causes of generational violence. It is a call to action for communities, mental health professionals, and policymakers to work together to break these cycles, providing hope and rehabilitation for future generations. Only through sustained efforts to understand and intervene in such cases can society begin to repair the deep wounds inflicted by legacies of abuse and neglect. And that's the chilling tale of Jack Berry and the dark secrets that unraveled his legacy. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing true crime content. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.